Hi guys, so today we're going to be looking at Chapter 7, Section 1, Percents and Fractions. So let's start off by looking at writing percent as a fraction. We have here the percentage 45% and we're asked to write it as a fraction in its simplest form. So whenever we're writing a percentage as a fraction, the first thing that I want to do is always create the fraction with the 100 as our denominator. Whatever our percentage is always going to go on top of our fraction. Then the last step is just to simplify it. So I have 45 and 100. I could divide both numbers by 5. That would give me 9/20. And that's as far as it can go. So my answer here would be 9/20. Cool. Let me clear this and let's continue on to a practice problem. So the practice problem is asking us to write percent as a fraction in its simplest form for 25%. So I'll give you a few minutes to work on this problem on your own first. Alright, so again, we start off with always having 100 as our bottom number. And then on the top is going to be whatever our percentage was. So right here, if we have 25/100, I'm going to simplify both by dividing by 5. 25 divided by 5 equals to 5. 100 divided by 5 equals to 20. I can still see that I have to divide some more, or simplify. So I could divide both numbers by 5. That equals to 1/4. So my answer here is going to be 1/4. Cool. Let's try looking at this one where we're asked to write fractions as percentages. So right here we have 7/10 and we're asked to write it as a percent in its simplest form. Again, remember how I said that our fractions always have to end up with the decimal or the denominator equaling to 100. So what we can do is we can figure out what number times 10 can equal to 100. I know that 10 times 10 would equal to 100. So whatever I do on the bottom, I have to also complete on the top as well. So 7 times 10 equals to 70. So I'm left with my new fraction, 70/100. And so my percentage is going to be whatever is on the top here. So we have 70% as our answer. Let's look at 3/5. Again, we want to make sure our denominator changes to 100. So I'm going to look for a number that can multiply with 5 to equal to 100. I do know that 5 times 20 equals to 100. And so if I multiply 20 on the bottom, I have to multiply 20 on the top. So right here we get 60/100. And so my percentage is going to be whatever the answer on the top is. So we get 60% as our answer. Alright, let's try it out on a practice problem. Let's look here at this problem right here where it's asking us to write the fraction as a percentage. We have here 11/20. So I'll give you a few minutes to try working on this problem on your own first. Okay. So if we have 11/20 and we need to make sure our denominator equals to 100, I know that right here I can multiply 20 by 5 to equal to 100. Whatever I do to the bottom, gotta do to the top. So I'm left with 55. So my percentage here is going to be 55%. Cool. Let me clear it. And then let's go to the last one, which is finding a percent of a number. So we're asked to find 40% of 15. Now, whenever they're saying of, it's really important to note that we're always going to be multiplying. So this of always means multiplying. So we want to multiply 40% of 15. Now to do that, we need to start off by changing 40% into a fraction. So I get here 40 over 100. I know that I could divide both or simplify both by 10. That would equal to 4 over 10. I could simplify again by 2. And that would equal to 2 over 5. Once I have my simplified fraction, I'm going to simplify it with the 15. Or I'm going to multiply it with the 15. So I get here 2 over 5 times 15. And I can change this into a fraction by putting a 1 underneath it. And I get 30 over 5, which also equals to 6. So 40% of 15 is 6. Okay. And that was it. So hopefully this helped. Good luck.